All right, I got my tires in. See, there's two. And as I said earlier, it's a 5-lug by 4.5 pattern. Here's the hubs, and here's the electric brakes. And what I did is the axle, I went ahead and cleaned it up real well and painted it. Welded up the bracket parts that are permanent. They fit right in that hole, and then the U-bolts right there tie it all together. I've got it off right now because I'm flipping this frame every which way and I don't need it in my way to try to figure out this towing part. So where I'm at on that, I've decided I've got this pipe that's in the center that was the old tongue that I cut off. Took 2 more pieces of the old tongue, cut them, and welded them on each side. Let me step back and see it. You can see both of those are right there, one on each side. And getting them parallel was kind of a trick, but I think I've got them pretty darn close. Anyway, those are welded in, and my idea now is I've got this new piece of pipe, which is just a really nice snug fit. And you'll see it'll slide in and out there. So my idea is to go ahead and get 2 more, or cut 2 more smaller pieces of pipe that will fit in here on each side, and then weld all that together as a new A-frame. And then using some sort of a pinning system, I'll pin it in back here and stick it in far enough, put a hole, and maybe use a locking pin back here, and maybe just some unlocked pins there. That way, when I have it here and in table mode, I can just pull that thing out. And then another idea that occurred to me, I don't know if this is going to work, but we'll see, is quite possibly from this direction, from the back, when I'm in table mode, is bring the new tongue up underneath and stuff it in those 3 holes. And then, who knows, I may just go in a little bit and then suspend it from the frame back here, something like that. To then have the tongue just stored underneath the trailer, under the frame, and I don't have to have another thing stored somewhere else. So that's where I'm thinking on that. Now, as far as this timbering, I got this all bolted up, and it's good and tight and ready to go. So I decided what I'd do. Oh, one more piece about that. I kind of dry fitted when I had the axle on, I dry fitted up the hub and the one of the tires just to see what kind of clearance I was going to end up with. And in case it was not going to be enough, I thought, well, maybe I'd have to tilt the drop, back and have more drop effectively for the frame, but less drop with the axle. But as it turned out, with the drop axle straight up and down the way I believe it was intended, I'm going to have about 4 inches of clearance from that bottom part of the timbering, about 4 inches clearance to the ground. And those are, on either side, those are the 2 lowest spots. And, I think that's going to be just great. I think it's going to work fine. If it becomes, again, remember, it's going to spend most of its life in trailer mode. I'm sorry, in table mode here in the barn. But 4 inches for just dragging it around here is probably going to work. If it becomes a problem, I may, put some sort of scrape steel there for it to scrape on instead of those. But anyway, pretty excited about how this is coming along. What's next is I've decided I will finish up the trailer mode, and so I'm going to finish up this tongue and A-frame and get that all put together and working, and then go ahead and mount up the axle and the wheels permanently. Then I'm going to build the platform and go from there. But I think at this point it's coming right along, and so I will keep you posted as this A-frame develops. But it is As you can see, it's just a pipe right now. And also, I think I'm going to use for a hitch. I just discovered a hitch that, or a, you know, just for this end to go over the ball. The company Curt, C-U-R-T, makes a a hitch connector. What do you call it? Anyway, that just uses a pin. It doesn't have to have the whole levery deal that rusts and gets, you know, has to be adjusted and all that. So I'm going to check that out because this is pretty light duty when it's all said and done. I think that's probably going to work fine. And I think I may go that route. Anyway, that's where we're at, and stay tuned. Now this is the raw makings of the tongue for this trailer, and what I noticed is, let's see if you can see, this is awful floppy. I don't know if you can see that, but it's, of course I've got to tie it to the side ones, but I believe what I'm going to do is go ahead and put some steel here to tie it into this upper frame piece, tie this pipe into this upper frame piece, stiffen it up, and I think I'll probably end up going side to side as well. And we'll see where that goes. Okay, so I cut a piece of steel. It's just a little over 2 inches tall, and it's the right length there. Welded him in, and it is very good and stiff now. No floppiness on that tongue. So I think with the rest of the rigidity of the A-frame from these other two pipes tying it all together, I think that'll give me all the rigidity I need.